Please take a seat. I'll be right with you. I'm just going to finish writing some notes up from the previous patient. Okay, thank you. Okay, great, thank you. Now you're here for a... Okay, primary appointment, excellent. Can I take your name, please? Okay, can you spell that for me? Lovely. Can I get your date of birth, please? Okay, can I get your date of death, please? Okay, and that was yesterday. Good. Okay, and just to confirm, you underwent euthanasia. Good, okay, excellent. Okay, so the first thing to do will be a quick questionnaire. I'm going to go through your any symptoms you've been having of decomposition. I want to know if you have any, and if you do, how serious they are. We're not expecting any at this point because you are very recently deceased, but it's good to check, and we really need to be monitoring this. It can impact kind of what options are available to you or which options are advisable further down the road. So let's just start from the top. Have you or anyone around you noticed any unusual or particularly strong unpleasant smells? Okay, good. Have you or anyone around you noticed any fluids coming either from any of your orifices or just appearing without explanation, maybe in your clothes or in your bedding? Okay, good. Excuse me. Have you noticed any skin discoloration, any bruising, any blood pooling, anything like that? Okay, good. Have you been experiencing any bloating, particularly in your extremities or around your abdominal area? Good, okay. Have you had any blistering on your skin or any splitting of your skin? Okay. And any other wounds or injuries that I should know about? Good, okay. So nothing to worry about there. That's good. Good to hear. The next part is a little bit more intense. I'm going to be asking about how you're doing mental health wise. Obviously this is quite an intense few weeks to be going through, and we want to make sure that you're feeling good and that you're doing well. Some people are concerned when we ask these questions about the possibility that this might impact their future options, but I want to reassure you, you can be completely honest with me. Everything that this questionnaire tells me will be passed on to our mental health team, and they will take any concerns from here, but it has absolutely no impact on your future with us, on what options you can pursue, nothing like that. It's just we want to make sure you're doing well. Okay, good. Now, have you been experiencing any low mood? Okay, and how often is that? Okay. And how severe? Okay. Have you been feeling anxious or worried a lot? A little bit? Okay. Have you had any anxiety or panic attacks? Not that you're aware of. Good, okay. Have you been seeing people or keeping in contact with friends and family? Okay, good. Have you been maintaining your interests and hobbies? Particularly, I know the week or so before the euthanasia process can be very intense, but have you maintained your interest in them? Do you want to go back to them? Okay. And have you been experiencing any concentration problems, or have you been able to concentrate just fine? Okay. Have you been feeling stable and in control of your life? Okay. And how is your self-image at the moment? Yeah, like your self-esteem, how you feel about yourself, your body. Okay, cool. Good. Right. Based on those responses, I'm not overly concerned. Some response to, I don't even want to say necessarily your death, it's more the changes that come with it are completely normal. A lot of people experience the things that you just told me. I am going to refer you to our mental health team, but that will be an optional referral, so you don't have to go if you don't want to. It will just be, I think you might benefit from it. These kinds of things can start small, but you really don't want them to spiral out of control. So I would recommend that you go, but I'm not worried. Okay, good. Now, that's very good. I'm actually going to put in that request now, if that's all right with you. Okay, good, thank you. Okay, cool. So I have sent that off. You'll get either an email or a call in the next couple of days to set that up. Okay, great. Okay, the next thing I'm going to be doing is your medical exam. Now, obviously this is going to be slightly different from a standard medical procedure. I'm going to be looking for different things, and I'm going to be asking you to be doing different things. But it should be very quick. This is just a preliminary exam to make sure that everything's how it should be, and that I don't have anything to worry about. So the first thing I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be taking a look in your eyes with this pen light. Won't be using the pupil gauge, but I will be just having a look, making sure that everything looks good, making sure that your eye movements are all as they should be, and just generally making sure that your eyes, and particularly everything behind them, isn't deteriorating too quickly. I'm not worried about this at this point, but I just want to make sure. Okay, good. Right, first I'm going to just look in each of your eyes one at a time, just a general look. Then I'm going to do a little bit more close, and I'm going to ask you to look in certain directions and do some things for me, alright? Great, so if you can just look right at me, I'm just going to bring the light in here. Good, okay. Okay, that's really good. Have you been using the eye drops? You should have been given eye drops. eyes aren't drying out, which is a really good sign. Okay, lovely. That looks fine. Now I'm going to come a little bit closer, and I want you to just follow my instructions, but feel free to blink at any time if you need to, because the last thing I want to do is dry your eyes out. Okay, so let's start on this side. Just look right at my nose. Okay. Good. Can you look up for me? Look down. Look left. And look right. Good. Now look back at my nose and blink. 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 Good. Alright, rest your eyes for a second and then I'm going to go back in on the other side. Are you feeling alright? Good. Other side. Same thing. Can you just look at my nose for a second? Good. Lovely. Okay, look up. Look down. Okay. Okay, good. Look left. Look right. Okay, lovely. Look back at my nose and blink, 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 blink. Good. Alright, that's all fine. Nothing to worry about there. Good. Now, the next thing I want you to do is make some very silly faces. So, can you look directly at me and can you puff your cheeks out? Good. Can you suck them in like a fish? Good. Can you raise your eyebrows really high? Good. And can you furrow them for me? Good. Okay. Can you open your mouth really wide? Good. And stick your tongue out? Good. Alright. Can you scrunch your eyes up? Good. Alright. And can you wriggle your nose like a rabbit? Good. Okay. Excellent. And now just head and neck movements. Can you touch your chin to your chest? Good. Tip your head back as far as it'll go. Good. Can you touch your left ear to your shoulder? And your right? Good. Now that all looks fantastic. You are still very flexible and you have good muscle control, which is wonderful. Now, the next thing I'm going to be doing is I'm going to listen to your chest cavity and to your abdomen. And this is just to make sure that there's not too much activity going on in that. We really want your digestive system to be completely shut down at this point, because if it's overactive, it can speed up the decomposition process. So, you've probably had this before. If you could just lift your shirt for me. Thank you. I'm just going to put this on your chest. Alright. Now, just stay very still and I'm just going to have a listen. And now I'm going to do the same thing, just below your rib cage. sounded good. So that is a very good sign. It means you should take a bit longer to decompose, which is exactly what we want. The next thing I'm going to be doing is, with the stethoscope again, I'm going to listen to your breathing. So you should still be able to use all of the muscles that would have been used automatically for breathing before you died. I am not expecting you to be as strong with them, or your lung capacity to be as good as it was before, but just making sure that those muscles are still working, they're still functional, and that there's nothing to be concerned about. Okay. Oh, and we don't want there to be too much fluid pooling in your lungs either, because that can cause decomposition problems again. Okay. Same thing, I'm just going to put this on your chest. Breathe in for me. Breathe out for me. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Good. Other side. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Good. Now I'm going to ask you to take some longer breaths. Obviously you don't need them, but I won't push you for too long because I know it can feel very unnatural. So going back to the other side. Breathe in. Hold. Breathe out. Good. Other side. Breathe in. Hold. Breathe out. Good. Okay. That all sounds perfect. Lovely. Right, well that's everything for your physical exam. Everything's very good. I'm very happy with it all. The only thing left to do is go through your options going forward. Are you set on anything in particular, or do you want me to just go through your options? Okay, cool. I always like going through the options. So your first option, as you are aware, is skeletonization. So this is already fully covered by the deposit that you put down before your euthanasia, and it can be as invasive or as natural as you like in terms of actually reducing you to a skeleton. We can intervene if you like, or you can just naturally decompose. And the way that this would work is that you retain all of your bones, and we will just reinforce them with your enchantment and link your bones to your senses. So your sense of touch would be linked to, the bones that were once in your hands. Your sense of sight will be tied to your orbital sockets. Your sense of smell to what would have been your nose, and so on. This is a very good middle ground option between going fully natural and going fully artificial. So if you're not really sure, this is a very good option, and this can also be later reduced if you want it to be. The second option is zombification, which again is exactly what it sounds like. You would be preserved in the state of decomposition that you are in now, using your enchantment specifically. So you wouldn't have any reversing options. This is one of the reasons why we track your decomposition, because we can't turn back the clock if you go for this option. But you won't deteriorate any further. And this is also very much an augmentation enchantment rather than a building one. Some kind of build from the ground up. They have to completely redefine how your body works and how you relate to it, whereas these options that are based on your natural body and what you already have, it's more about enhancement and filling in some blanks rather than actually reconstructing your mind from the ground up. So this is even more so just an enhancement than skeletonization, because obviously you already have all of the correct organs, and the links between your various senses and your sense organs doesn't need to change. We would just need to enhance the link between them, which would ordinarily be there in life. So this is a very hands-off approach. If you like your body, if you want to keep it, and if you're not super keen on the really artificial options, this is a fantastic option for you. Your third option is mummification. Now, this is one that we don't actually do ourselves. So if you were interested in this option, we would refer you to one of our cultural centres of mummification, which each specialise in a different form, because naturally there are many types of mummification available. Is that something you're interested in? Not really. Okay. I have a bunch of pamphlets, but if it's not really your thing, then don't worry about it. Okay, and our last option is for the automated mechanical suit. Yes, it's very exciting. It's also our most expensive option. And with this option, you would get a completely artificial suit. It's more of a construct than a suit, because you don't go inside it, at least physically. And this would be a complete ground up construction. You have complete say over size, dimensions, the number of limbs, the colour, material, all of that kind of thing, obviously within certain legal limits. And this is really a highly customisable option, because not only do you get to customise your suit, you also get to customise your enchantment. So you can go as far or as little as you like with this option. Of course, it's not for everyone, but if you are interested in complete control of your future, I do recommend it. A lot of people who really take to this option say that it feels like an upgrade rather than a transition. Okay, cool. So you know that you want to go for that. Right, that's fine. I will book you in for a second checkup, if that's okay. Okay, are you free in 2 days' time? Yeah, same time. Okay, good. I'll just put you in my diary. Oh, where is 2 days' time? Okay, there we go. And I also need to book you in for your consultation. today is your first day, then you would need to be booked on Thursday. Yeah, Thursday. So, are you free on Thursday? Good. What times are you free on Thursday? Okay. Can we do an hour after that? Okay, thank you. Right, that's all done. Thank you so much for coming in. That's really good results. It looks like you're not going to have any problems at all. But yeah, just get in touch if you have any problems, and I'll see you in 2 days if I don't otherwise hear from you. Okay, great. Thank you. Bye now.